Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday or Friday Eve, as you know I like to call it. Thank you all for joining me for News 5 Now at 8:05. I'm Shimani Baker. We have another foggy start to our morning as we've had most of the week this week. And so if you're headed out to work or school, make sure you are packing your patience and driving very carefully on the roads. We don't want any accidents. And so, again, good morning. Happy Thursday. We've almost made it to the end of the week. Thanks for sticking with us. We've got a number of stories to keep an eye on today that we're going to tell you about. Stick with us for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Well, if you've joined us before, we know we always start the morning with our big stories. Number 5, the U.S. Navy seized 2 oil tankers on Wednesday. The Trump administration claims the tankers were carrying smuggled Venezuelan oil in violation of a U.S. blockade. The plan is to bring the oil back to the U.S., sell it, and then distribute the proceeds to the people of Venezuela. Number 4. Nick Reiner, who's charged with killing his parents, actor and director Rob and Michelle Reiner, was in a Los Angeles courtroom this week where his attorney withdrew from the case. Now, he didn't explain why, but he says Reiner is not guilty of murder. Number 3. An intersection in Santa Rosa County will soon close for months. Starting on Monday, the intersection of West and South Spencerfield Roads and Giddens Lane will close to make a way for a construction project. Number 2. More cameras will soon be added throughout Foley. The city council voted to buy 9 new cameras and install them at intersections and other locations. And number 1 for us this morning, Ruben Costa is in the Baldwin County Jail, charged with assault, DUI, and leaving the scene of an accident. State troopers say Costa sped away from a traffic stop Monday on I-10 and crashed into other vehicles while running from the law. 5 people were hurt in the series of wrecks. Let's move things over to our question of the day. Today, that question is, what are your thoughts on the new food pyramid? I wanted to pull this up so you guys can see it if you haven't already. Here is what the new food pyramid looks like. We've got the protein, dairy, and healthy fats, vegetables, and fruits at the top, and then it goes down to the whole grain. So what are your thoughts about that? Somebody in the comments says, I never gave any thought about it. I eat what I want in moderation. Robin, that's fair. Joshua says, I've never tried the pyramid, so I'm just going to stick to the pig from the rooter to the tutor. You guys crack me up in these comments. What is happening? If it's not fattening, go for it. David says, no difference. The triangle is the same shape as the last one. Chad says, is beer and popcorn on the list? Now, I'm with you on the popcorn. Beer, not so much. Cindy says, with the price of meat, I guess it's a good thing. Eat more veggies. There you have it. Brenda says, y'all really need someone to tell you what to eat? Hey, I am sticking with, I believe, Robin from the beginning of the comments. Listen, eat what you want in moderation. Life's too short, right? Right or wrong? If you're watching us live, what do you think about the food pyramid? Are you like, okay, I'm going to follow it? Are you just like, it is what it is. I eat what I want. For me, I try to work out. I do eat better, but the things I want to eat, I just eat them in moderation. No problem. No biggie. Let's move things over to our poll. Today, that poll is, would you rather have endless beignets or endless king cake? This is a hard one for me. Honestly, guys, I think I'm going to have to go with beignets. I know. Don't judge me. I know. I can feel it through the screen. You're judging me. 122 people say beignets. Okay, I'm not alone. And 73 people say king cake. Here's my thing. I don't always like king cake. It has to be a specific king cake. Randazzo's king cake, 10 out of 10. But I'm not going to say where. I've had some dry king cake and I was not a fan. I'm not going to name any names. But I wasn't always a fan. Jimmy says, I'll take a warmed up cinnamon roll in microwave before I'll eat a dry king cake. See, Jimmy agrees with me. Aaron says, I'll take the king cake. Jennifer says 100% king cake. Linda says, how about a king cake beignet? Okay, there you have it. Jill says beignets all day. Linda says beignets definitely. Kimberly says definitely beignets, best choice. I am with y'all on the beignets. You can eat beignets for breakfast. You can eat beignets for dessert. I think like king cake, you can only eat it for dessert. It's so sweet. I've had some really good beignets that weren't as sweet. You can knock off some of that powdered sugar and call it a day. What are you thinking? If you're watching us live, I want to hear from you. Julie said she made one from scratch yesterday. King cakes are the best cakes. Ooh, that looks good, Julie. Good job. Mary says, absolutely homemade beignets. What's your favorite place to get beignets? I will say, if I'm in New Orleans, Cafe Beignet, in my opinion, has the best beignets. That's just me, though. That's just me. Carol says, I love me some beignets with chocolate milk. Yummy. Lisa says, that's a hard decision. I love them both. All right, we want to hear from you. What do you decide, king cake or beignets, and how do you feel about the new food pyramid? We want to hear from you. Make sure you head over to our Facebook page, chime in on those questions and polls of the day, and we'll share some of your responses right here on News 5 Now. Thank y'all so much for joining me this Thursday morning. I hope y'all have a great day ahead. Stay safe out there and stay cool. It is warm and muggy out there this morning. It does not feel like January. Very odd. I'll have to get on to John Nodar about that one. All right, y'all have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at the same time. Bye, y'all.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.